Welcome back to Kris Greenhill's Garage. I'm Kris.
And I'm Kris.
Today is the best day of the year, the most important day of the year in our family. Do you know what today is?
It's the anniversary of PIECE of STANG.
Yes, the anniversary of the car. Not a wedding anniversary, not a child's birthday. We don't care about that kind of thing around here. Y'all are not important. It's our best child, the PIECE of STANG. 3 years ago today, we started this journey. We went and got this majestic machine and sort of drove it home, kind of drove it home, tried to drive it home. It didn't quite work out. But you know what? It's no fault of hers. She's perfect. Couldn't be her fault. It's been one heck of a journey, hasn't it? In some ways, it's been a very long 3 years. In others, it's just flown by like nothing. It just went by like that all of a sudden. Done a whole lot of this car. It's come a long way, hasn't it? You know what? You've come a long way also. Have you seen the video of you when we got this thing? You're like this itty bitty little kid with your little high pitched voice.
Yeah, and you lost no weight.
Shut up, boy. Anyway, on to the video. So this is just a kind of a highlight reel, low light, highlight, whatever, that I put together to celebrate 3 years of the car. It is not all inclusive. It doesn't have quite a few things in it, as a matter of fact. Some things I just could not find a digital copy of, and I'm not sure on what hard drive the physical backup is on. So, you know, unfortunately, I couldn't find any of the cutting and welding of the patch panels, the floorboards, none of it. Seems our digital backup, our cloud backup, is rather kind of selective. Their entire days and weeks missing, so I'm not really sure why. Anyway, this is just kind of a fun little highlight reel of what the last 3 years have been like. So enjoy. Thanks for watching. So we did a thing. We went and picked up another project car. We are actively in our project car. We went and picked up a 1982 Ford Mustang GT. It is a rolling running project for the most part. It runs and it rolls, but it is not running the best. We're actually here at the gas station getting its first tank of fuel. Just in case it stalls out and doesn't ever start or run again, this is our 1982 Ford Mustang GT we just picked up. It's a rolling project car. It is rough, but as you can hear, it is running. And when the carburetor clears out, it actually runs fairly well. We discovered that our new car has Mack short tube headers, an off-road H-pipe, and Mack Pro Chamber mufflers and tailpipes, which is a very beloved aftermarket exhaust system in the Fox body world. We have an Edelbrock air gap intake and an unknown type of carburetor that's given us a little bit of trouble. But it's got control arms underneath it. It's actually got a lot of aftermarket parts. One thing it does not have very good quality parts is the brakes. The 82 brake booster and cylinder have seen better days, and I think this car has a camshaft in it. I think the camshaft is taking some vacuum away from the brakes. Our first snag getting home is this popped loose, so we no longer have an electric fan, so the car started overheating. But I have the hillbilly cure-all. I have super glue. So we are going to super glue this to that, and hopefully we'll be back on the road. Oh, aftermarket fuel pressure regulator for our aftermarket fuel system. All right. Super glue for the win. We now have a working electric fan that is actively cooling our engine. All right, we're gonna let it cool down for a minute, and then we're gonna try to make it home. or rather we're going to make it to the next stop on our trip before we call a flatbed wrecker, most likely. Along with all the other modifications, our car has been converted from a 4-speed SROD transmission from 1982 to a more modern Borg-Warner Tremec T5 5-speed transmission. This is a tour of the inside of our car. We don't have a tachometer, but you know what? Tachometers are for the weak. I'm sure the engine can survive whatever I throw at it. Ceiling's got a little bit of, well, that's actually glue, that's not rust. All right, winning. The top of the ceiling, or the top of the roof has a little bit of surface rust. We're going to prime that here soon, but there's not actually much rust in this car outside of a couple of doors. I've got the boy cleaning the windshield so we can see where we're going, and we're about to try to make it to the next stage on our way home. All right, so we made it about 10 miles before the connector came off and the car overheated. And then we discovered we were smelling raw fuel and the carburetor is leaking. All just little bitty minor things that I could fix fairly easily if I was at home in my garage. But we are now going to go get a trailer. And as every Fox body owner knows, a Fox body Mustang spends half its time on a trailer looking beautiful. But I'm gonna go do that. And here we see the Fox body Mustang in its natural habitat, where it is most comfortable in the world, on a trailer, not running. And we're about to get her home. Here's the underside of the car. Now that's up on the trailer. You can see the Mack H-pipe, the Mack Pro Chamber mufflers, and the tailpipes all the way back. We also have a rear end girdle holding the rear end together. We've got some aftermarket lower control arms on both sides. Appear to be aftermarket springs, but I can't tell what they are. So when we get this thing running, it has good bones. I do not know what that wiring harness is over there, but I will figure it out and get it where it belongs. We also discovered that the car has some type of aftermarket tubular K-member, tubular cross member. You can get the oil pan out and all sorts of stuff with the car together. I'm not sure the make or the model, but we'll get that figured out once we can get up on jack stands. And here we are with the car loaded up in the back, as you can see, on our way home. What do you think, buddy? You excited about the car? Man, a few words. Well, we're going to try to get this thing home alive in one piece, and we'll see you later. Just turn the key, buddy. Give it a little gas. Give it a little gas. Give it a little more. Got a little bit of backfiring through the carburetor, but it sounds good, buddy. What do you think? Give it a little more gas. Fire it up a little bit. Look at the smile on that face. Did you like that, Chris? You know, Christopher, your car needs new head springs, basically needs new heads, needs a new cam, needs a new timing chain. I really wish we could just take it out of there and rebuild the whole thing. If only there were some engine we could just put in there in its place rather than having to rebuild that one. That would be incredible. I have an idea. Here's Kris Jr. taking the head bolts off of his car. I'm actually letting him use the air gun for once because these are torqued down pretty heavy and they're rusted badly. We are not content creators. We do not have a cameraman. We don't have anyone here to help us. It's just the two of us. So we can't actually take video of us pulling the engine, but we reached a stopping point for a second while we had to adjust it. And here's the engine about 3/4 of the way out. Yeah, it's probably almost the peak of its height. Good job, buddy. Here is the engine coming out of the car. And there's our T5 transmission. Good job, Kris. And here is our engine and transmission out of the car now. This was not easy or fun. In fact, it kind of made me hate working on cars. As you can see, we're out here in a little bit of gravel. This is not the easiest surface to use an engine hoist, but we do have the engine and transmission out of Christopher's car. Now we're going to take the transmission off of the engine so we can inspect the clutch and the bell housing and start getting things cleaned up. And here is the complete engine minus the starter, because we lost the starter bolts. We don't know how or why, where they went. The starter isn't on it. We'll have to do that tomorrow. But it's 8 p.m. But the engine is ready to stab minus the starter. We've got the bell housing back on, the transmission installed. As you can see, we even used Junior's old spray painted orange, horrible looking bell housing. It gives it character. And in the morning, we'll try to install this thing. Now that we have the oil and the lifters all pumped up, we've reset the lash on the rockers, turned the engine over a couple of times by hand, reset the lash on the rockers again. Christopher's locking them all down, and the rockers should be good to go. And we're going to start putting the rest of the engine together. All right, buddy, give it 2 pumps of the throttle and try to start it. All right, that's a good first start. All right, you can kill it. Hey, you proud of that? You built that? You proud of that? Go ahead, give it some gas. Just a little bit of gas, go. A little more. It's crazy, we actually have an idle. It's been running for about 30 minutes and we can rev it up. Oh, spoke too soon. After a lot of heartache and a lot of hassle, I think we have it actually running and idling properly for the first time. We're very close to it, probably about 95%. Rev it up, buddy. A little bit higher. Kris and I are, get yourself in it, loser. Kris and I are taking the first little cruise just up the street. First time it's moved out of our driveway since we brought it home. It's never moved. What do you think, buddy?
It's amazing.
It's amazing? Yeah. No brakes coming through. Look out, no brakes.
No brakes, no turn radius.
we're just going to stick to this street right here since it's flat.
Scared of getting bumpy far out the window.
Still not quite perfect, but we've gone up and down the street and it's still running. No brakes. All right, you can kill the video now. Stab the throttle. Again. That's enough. Junior discovered we have a horn. All right. It's kind of weak and pathetic, but yeah, we'll get a more manly one here soon. We'll have to get a manly horn soon. We've officially made it further than we've ever made it. We are getting our first tank of gas in the Mustang. Well, since the day we got it and filled it up. This is the farthest we've been from home. And yes, it is running while we gas up. I don't want to hear it. We're afraid to turn it off. Sue me. The car's first trip to O'Reilly's. The first of many, many thousands of trips here. So far so good. It is stopping us. It's not great. We definitely need new calipers and new pads, but it's driving. We're going down the road and we can stop somewhat. Apparently we lost a brake light somewhere along the way. This is how things are going. First inaugural cruise was successful. We made it down, gassed up, made it to O'Reilly's. Got stopped by the sheriff's office for a brake light. The brake lights worked a week ago. I guess we got to re-safety check everything. But did you have fun, Chris? So we made it exactly 4.0 miles and the car stalled. Apparently the fuel pump is dead. We've been having some issues, but it had been holding up all right. And we are completely out of fuel pressure. So we're just gonna sit here and chill out and see if the fuel pump will cool off and start working. We having fun, guys? What do you think of it?
I love it.
Like that, Natalie? All right, today is the first real endurance test of this car. We are going on a long distance street cruise for his birthday. Today is his birthday, and this will be the first real test of this car. I've got a route planned out that's at least 65 miles, and to give you an indicator of how much further that is than everywhere else we've been, we've put 28 miles on it, this tank of gas. So we're gonna go gas up and then try to do 65 or more miles depending on how it goes. So I guess now is when we figure out whether we built a real street car or not. You ready, buddy? All That's a good sign. Started right up. Let's roll. Lean over in the camera, boy. All right, boy, you ready for your first manual transmission driving lesson? You sure? All right, we're gonna pull over here and I'm gonna teach you how to drive a stick. And here we are just driving in first gear. Once you get the hang of this, we're gonna change it up. We're gonna have you shift from first to second. Once we get this down pat, all right? You're doing a great job, bud. And we are officially home. We did exactly 45 miles and it ran like a champ. It got a little fussy in the Whataburger drive-thru, but we pulled in a couple other parking lots that we didn't record and idled it, and it idled perfectly cool. It hasn't even gotten up to the inn and normal. It's been run like a champ. We've turned it off a couple of times. It fires right back up. So tomorrow, I'm gonna change our oil. Got a new Wix filter, got some new oil from O'Reilly's. I'm gonna change the oil, and I give this the official seal and stamp of approval. This is officially a street car. We will now take this on all our local errands and chores from now on, weather permitting. I don't know, 110 degrees gets a little extreme, but it took it like a champ. It ran amazingly well. Christopher did a great job. Happy birthday, buddy. All right, that's it. Thanks for watching. Officially dark, well past sundown, pitch black outside. We're gonna see how our headlights work. All right, our headlights work really well. There are the brights, there are the dims. They're not bad by modern standards. They're definitely really good for 1982 standard. They're probably almost as good as my daily driver. Junior laying down our coat of primer. Yep, just keep the gun moving in the area. Go back over a couple times if you miss a spot. Don't let it sit still and puddle. Kind of wish I'd have hit the hood scoop with some clear coat or something. It's not great. It's a 10-footer. The hood itself, the primer's trash. It'll take a lot of sanding before we paint. But I was hoping to get a nice even coat on the hood, but it didn't work out that way. And we're going to peel the tape off the original horse to expose it, and it's going to fit right in now because it's going to be as trash as the hood. There's Junior wrestling the old tailpipes out. All right. There are the old poser pipes out. And now we're set for that dumped open muffler lifestyle. Old tailpipes versus what will probably be the new tailpipes if Junior decides to go back with tailpipes. Rev it up, boy! Oh, God! Fun, huh? All right, here's our first look at the floorboards, and they look pretty good. Got a little bit of surface rust forming around the seat bolts, but in general everything looks really, really good. This is nothing that a little bit of rust reformer spray paint won't fix. I'm getting rid of this. It's some kind of factory sound deadener thing, but it's starting to collect moisture and everything. The factory sound deadener is still in here, it looks like. And here, look, oh, the floorboard's beautiful under this factory sound deadener. Just a tiny little bit of surface rust forming. Actually, I'm scraping it off with my fingernails. That's not bad at all. Yeah, this is real good. We were pretty sure the floorboard was in great shape being under the car. This is our first look at it inside the car, and I'm happy. The driver's side is not as good. The front seat bracket is about the same, little surface rust. This over here has clearly been wet for a little bit. I don't know if that's going to show up well with this lighting and the shadows. The carpet's been wet and the seat's been wet. There's no cancer. Nothing is crunchy. It's still very solid metal, but before we move on, we are going to have to stop what we're doing. We're going to have to vacuum this, grind it, and then seal it back up. This is enough that I'm comfortable. If we ignore that for another year or two, it is going to rot through. But I mean, overall, the rest of the floorboard looks great. It looks like just right in here, things got wet and sat for a while. So I am beyond happy with this as a whole. Oh, yeah, I'm going to get back in here and do that a little bit also. We're going to get the grinder wheel out and get to work on that. All right, the executive decision has been made by the CEO and COO of Project PIECE of Stang Industries. We are going to pull the entire carpet out and start an interior restoration and stuff. We'll pull the carpet now. We'll do some basic restoration now. We're just going to leave the carpet out to clean up later. And we're going to try to leave the car in a condition where we can still drive it. We'll bolt the seats back in at the end of the day so we can use it. We're going to pull some interior panels out, pull the carpet out, and prepare to start restoring the floorboard, clean up the carpet and all that. But we're going to remove the carpet, get the drive shaft safety loop installed, do some restoration, get the car back together so we can continue driving it. By the way, Kris Jr. is the CEO and COO of Project PIECE of Stang Industries. I'm just the money man. I'm not sure I got the good end of that deal. I kind of feel a little gypped now. I think we need to renegotiate, boy.
No, you're fine with what you got.
Oh, terrible son.
Be thankful.
How dare you? So this is what my daughter and I went and picked up here recently. They are some sort of straight through but baffled muffler. Let me see if I can get a light in there and show you. Forgot to mention earlier, look who's finally here. Hey Junior, how's it going?
That's good.
Obviously nowhere near enough, not even close, but we'll add from there. Nope, too tight. There is absolutely no lash in there at all, and I can't even spin them, so that's a problem. Finger caliper was a little bit off, just a little bit. Boy, are you starting to see why I never do anything the right way? You see how long this takes to do it the right way?
Yeah.
It's so much more fun just bolt stuff together and just send it till you bend it, isn't it? Anyway, this is how you set a rear end the proper way. I don't recommend it. Just slap it together and deal with it until it explodes. As you can see, It has snowed in South Texas. That is not why we are not working on the car today. I woke up with a death rattle in my chest. Some people came into work this week sick, and now I'm sick. So we're not going to go out and enjoy this beautiful weather and play in the snow, or else we would fix the car today in the snow. The snow does not bother us. Let's see how wet we get once this thing kicks in. This is just the pre-soak. I'll have to wait till the pressure wash. The windows, they're not sealed. Neither is the floor. I'm getting wet. How are things over there?
Not much better.
We're definitely getting wet. This is just pouring straight water on me over here. Junior's getting a lot of the same over here. It's been like 3 minutes for this car wash. We are both pouring sweat. It is so humid in here, it's unreal. It's official. 5.0 Mustang in the humidity on the window. Good job, boy.
I know.
First ever car wash. Junior hopped out of the car and said it looks no different, just wet. Correct. Hey, buddy, the car survived the car wash, all the water under the engine bay and everything. So that's good.
Polished the tires.
Yeah, wheels look good. All right. Shiny exhaust tips, shiny rims. Not so shiny a car. Great news. Kris Jr. is coming home in Piece of Stang on a flatbed. Don't know why. He said the car broke down on him twice, and he has no idea why. He'll be here in a moment. He had electricity. The car just shut down in the middle of traffic. I was too far away to go help, so we had to call a tow truck. Here comes the tow truck with the Mustang. The Mustang in its natural habitat on the back of a tow truck. So it's a full crank, no start issue, unknown if it's no spark or no fuel, but it is cranking really well. We're gonna put it down and see if we can get it to start, to put it in the driveway.
Taking the trim off the back fender and big old rust hole. Gonna have to patch that up.
I just woke up for the day, and Kris Jr. is sanding project Piece of Stang in preparation for our upcoming paint job. I've redrawn the cutting line, made it a little more square to get all the rod out. Kris is going to come out here and cut this thing. All right, and there's all our rot removed. Everything around here is good clean metal. All we have to do is grind this a little bit and grind the inside, and we're going to start making replacement patch panels out of it for this. Here is that patch panel welded into place, our back supporting panel, and we're out of daylight. Tomorrow we're going to take the actual patch panel and we're going to take it and grind it, cut it to perfect size, lay it in here, and we're just going to tack weld it in all around. Junior ground down this rough spot in the fender for the first time, and it is all metal. That's good. There's no Bondo. Sadly, our nice rain-free day has turned rainy, so we are not going to get any work done on the car today. Welcome to Chris Greenhill's Garage. What are we doing today, the boy?
We're painting Piece of Stang.
We're painting Piece of Stang. Huzzah!
Huzzah!
And here we go, taking it to go get paint down the street. They've got a little bit more body work to do on it, but they're gonna finish that up while I work on something else and then go to work. Here's the car mostly taped off, just about ready for primer.
We're getting it painted right now and it's looking good so far. Here's the car, done painting for the day. It's looking pretty good, still sounds good.
Happy with it, Kris? Does it look better?
It does, yeah.
Ugh, patina is king, the boy. Now it's just black and boring. It used to be recognizable. Now it's just another black Mustang. But we're gonna fix that too, aren't we? We've got more coming. There is more painting to be done as soon as it warms back up in a few weeks. We've got some actual direct sunlight in the back of the car, so we're gonna start in the back of the car and do these, and then we'll move to the front once there's some direct sunlight over there. Unfortunately, it's a little bit colder than the weather report said it was going to be. It is going to warm up, but not for a few hours, but we need to get started for the day. Not a lot we can do about that. Hopefully we'll have some direct sunlight here soon, and it'll be warm enough to dry the paint for us. Peeling the back deck. There's the front end. We're almost there. Here is the trunk lid. All right, looking pretty good. Here is the car as a whole. I think we are going to run it down to the lake and do like a little photo shoot and get some nice scenery pictures of it. Love to get it right next to white trash, but white trash is sort of out of gas. But that's it. We're done. And we're happy. This is the victory, right?
Huzzah!
Huzzah! All right. Thanks for watching. We appreciate it.